Hi, welcome to my channel about Visstechniek, robotics and embedded systems. If you're new to my channel or haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe via the thumbnail in the bottom right corner. This video is focused on my Raspberry Pi 3B, which previously was connected to PiXtend PLC, but since I got no new positive results with that, I decided to take it off and use it standalone with the software still installed. But now it's time to see whatever it is capable of apart from the PLC. So in order to do that, I am changing to screencast now. Alright, so the Raspberry Pi 3 on its own this is the general connector for the HDMI to a monitor. This is for sound, power, and the GPIO, and four USB connectors actually, and obviously network connector. This is for the Raspberry Pi camera, which I only have available and connected to my Raspberry Pi 1. So, what can I do with this one separate from my PiXtend PLC? Not much, because everything nowadays takes a lot of memory, and if you look right here, the free command is the command in Linux to show the amount of memory, and then kilobytes and megabytes. Well, this is just under 1 gigabyte, which may be enough for industrial usage of non-graphical stuff. But if you're going to use a camera, like for example this Visstechniek camera, then there is hardly any room in memory or space memory to use it, and that's going to be a problem then. So usually I take GUPC view for the cameras. Forget it. It will maybe work, but most likely not. How is that going to work for the Raspberry Pi camera? Not quite sure. It is specially adapted for it, but how much space, how much memory does it take? Not entirely sure. Anyway, I am going to use Raspberry config to really take the configuration detail and then see whatever I can do anyway. Well, I have taken done two things actually. Configured a higher screen resolution, which I can't see the difference of, but took a reboot. Then I took within the advanced options A1 expand file system, so that all of the SD card is now available for the operating system. That took a reboot. And next thing that I did was enable the serial port, which did not take a reboot. And Raspberry Pi camera, well, there is none here, so no use to enable that one. SSH already is enabled, because I can use it, already could. This one, I have to select it. This one is not enabled because I'm not using real VNC, I'm using a different VNC software. SPI, Serial Peripheral Interface. I've done that with my other two Raspberry Pis, So you will have to see for those videos. I2C, same story. And one wire, not sure, but I'll leave it. Problem is now, how do I get access to interesting software? I'll have to figure that out, but it has a GPIO, obviously, and in order to get that one done, I need a breadboard. But question is, what can I do with 1 megabyte of 1 gigabyte of memory? And that, would you like to reboot now? No. So the question is, what can I do apart from using it for a PLC that has some, well, minor malfunctions in my opinion. Programming. Smart simulation, which turns out to be a digital simulation, digital circuitry, internet, only email, graphics, image viewer, but without the camera there's no use in using images. Minecraft game, accessories, whatever. So, is it of use outside the PLC? Not really. And that's the problem. So I've taken it out to find out if I can use it. In a long time history, long time ago, 1 gigabyte was a lot. Nowadays it's nothing. So I can program it to control an LED and maybe to control a motor. I might use it for some C#, but I'm already doing that on the Raspberry Pi 1 and 2. Can I use C# for the PLC? Maybe I can try, but still this SD card is optimized for the PLC. It's not an ordinary image for Raspberry Pi. So is that limiting options? Yes. What can you do further? Except for mounting back on the PLC? Good question. I'm not quite sure about it. I have to test. I'm about to put the Raspberry Pi back onto its connection pins with the PLC. Now, one thing that is obvious is that this is the PiXtend controller. Version 1.3, firmware version 132. Now, one thing was rather clear, and let me clean it up a little bit. When I in power off stadium or state actually, and this is better with light, pressed upon this controller, it gave in for quite a few millimeters. So does that, if reseated, give a performance boost? I have no clue actually, but let me just mount it again and see whatever happens. And so I have my situation all back, no running software except for Linux. I have the power supply right there and a power supply right here on top. Virtual networking screen. I can of course open up something and run something, but that won't work. It's the same as last time. I cannot use the GPIO because one end of the connector goes onto the PLC and one end is just a whole connector with just the pins up here that are used. So the rest of the pins are not available. Could I use the camera? Probably not. I have tried to use the HDMI on the monitor, which didn't work. This is just for power, and sound is not really useful for a PLC. Neither are these two. So, is that it? I think it is. I can push a few buttons. I can use the digital digital input. I can use the digital output. I can use serial. I can use the relays up till so far. Digital output, yes. Pulse modulation, no signal. Serial, like here, RS232, nothing. CAN bus I haven't tried, so that's still a mystery to me. And the rest, maybe in the future. So, considering the lack of memory of my Raspberry Pi 3B and the results from the past, despite maybe some improvements by reseating the controller chip, I see a little use for this controller, and I'm talking about PLC in combination with the Raspberry Pi. Also because I could not get Codesys software to run on Linux, and that makes this final. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, give the video a thumbs up, click the bell for notification for more videos, not on this subject but on my other projects. Leave a comment or suggestion. If you think I did something wrong with this during the project, please let me know. And well, this is not likely to be continued, but my other projects are. Please visit my website. You are invited to donate via PayPal or Ko-fi, or become a patron for as little as €2 or $2 a month. Stay safe, take care, have a great day, bye.